Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I leapt headfirst into the black, searching for answers. I found only more questions. My memories fade with each step. I feel a weight. It's so heavy. I find nothing. Here in darkness, I awaken for the first time. My skin is on fire. My lungs ache for air. My body's too weak to stand. To fight back. The pain pierces every thought. Death would be a kindness that I do not deserve. Let me die broken. Welcome.
Like you just did now.
Everybody to Broken. What did I just do? What happened? What did I what?
Oh, sweet summer child.
What did I do wrong?
You didn't do
Where is
nothing.
the link on Twitter?
Yeah,
Bruh.
Shame.
What about the Twitter?
Oh yeah, less than a minute in and we already got a bruh.
What happened? The Twitter post didn't post, did it?
No,
it didn't.
so sorry.
I just had tea come out my nose.
All right. So, oh no, it's not as simple as just copying and pasting. All right. It's all right. I can fix this.
Can you?
Oh, goodness.
Maybe.
That's what they all say.
I'm just trying to keep my promise and you're making this hard, Ramblin.
Quick,
Well, I mean,
distract them while I'm fixing this Twitter post.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
So here's what we'll do. We'll go around. We'll have everyone introduce themselves and their character, just like old times. We'll start with you, Dank. What's going on, Dank?
Oh yeah, party's resident murder hobo, and I done goofed, y'all. Is not looking good. Is not.
No.
Is not.
At least you
I
admitted.
blame.
What's her face?
Montreal.
All the Canadians are gonna be.
Bruh.
I know what they did, but
They
you
know
can't
what
just
they
blame them
did.
like that.
They know what they did.
All right. Well, that's one place to lay the blame, I suppose. The other might be at the guy in the mirror. Or at me. I suppose. You could-
Or at multiple people going to the bathroom.
There, the Twitter post is up. You guys can relax. You can chill now. Everything's fine. It was already up everywhere else, I think. So we're just the Twitter that malfunctioned. Okay.
Finally, I can keep my promise.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, Dank. Yeah, it was weird, right? Because usually I feel like you're way more careful. But everyone was distracted. It was the end of the session. We're all tired and beaten down. That's when I get you.
He was excited for all the new tech he was going to get.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, there's a loot drop right on the other side of this door, right? I just have to get in there and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Gerblin, why don't you tell us about Enigma and what's going on with you?
Yeah, so at the start of the session, while the resident murder hobo was sleeping, I did the murder hoboing, so that was fun, I guess. And then now we're all kind of up Craps Creek to try and avoid a bra here.
Yeah.
So it's time to duck and cover.
Might be, yeah, for sure. By the way, you can catch Gerblin on Twitter at Sketching Space. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, thanks, Gerblin.
Do it.
Mori, you're up next. Mori's playing Cassidy. How are things in Cassidy land right now?
Well, I forcibly had to take a nap through the fight. Then I tried to choke Enigma out, which I think they semi-enjoyed. And now me and Tiwa are smashed underneath a murder hobo.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Drifted
yeah,
around and
you
shot
are.
over us,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
which doesn't make it sound any better.
Yeah.
Make it a sandwich.
Cassie's
Well-
not having a good day.
I don't think any of us are having a good day right now in the Umbra. But I wish you the best of luck.
What?
Up next, we got Caitlin, who's playing Naela for you guys. Caitlin, how are things?
Oh. So hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Naela. I go to the bathroom for 5 minutes and bad things happened. The end.
This is what happens when you leave people unsupervised.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. At least you made it in time for the real bad stuff to happen, right? Like you spent a lot of the last session catching back up with them. And then you
Yeah.
do, and then everything explodes. So
Now I get to suffer
yeah, exactly.
Yay, suffering.
That's what
with my dumb children.
that's what being a vagabond savior is all about. That suffering. That's why everyone's really superstitious about it. It's a bigger responsibility, right?
Not just stitious, superstitious.
Just a little stitious.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Caitlin. Up next, we got Wolfy, who's playing Derrin for you guys. What's going on, Wolfy? How are you doing?
I am ducking and covering with a robot. It is the best of
Don't
times.
kill my baby.
If I get that baby hurt, I am probably going to be murdered myself.
Yes. So, I wish you the best of luck with that, buddy. Last time on Broken, you guys finished off the session. You took care of the guards at the top of the roof, which is nice. You made short work of them with your spear, Enigma. And then you guys sort of looted them, gathered your things, headed downstairs to using the memory that was stolen by Dank, I think, to find the room they came from. Find the hidden door, where like the hidden door was. Of course, it didn't open. So you decided
Melon
to
was not the password.
Yeah. So you just decided to use this handy dandy power sword to cut through the wall, and that's when everything went to shit. So we saw the view from the street outside, looking up at the tower as an explosion rang out, fire and smoke and debris filling the streets. Alarms going off. We also saw in the background a second explosion at the circle, which is the generator that powers the entire vault. So of course there was an immediate blackout as all the lights in the city go out. Best of luck to you, everybody. So I know I said last time that basically I was gonna do it a certain way where I was gonna roll how much damage you guys took, but we talked between sessions, and I think the best thing to do is to just play this thing out, and see how it goes. Does everyone remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
All right, so let's pull you guys back over to the tower. Let's see here. Boom. Here we are. And we'll I think maybe we could use some fighty music for this, perhaps, or at least some tension music going. All right, so explosion rings out. Derrin, you're the first to react. What do you do?
I mean, I was ducking and covering, so I guess I'd like keep a hold of Waywatcher and just try and keep from getting hit there.
Okay. Make a roll. Do you got anything to help you on this?
I don't think so. Let me check. I didn't have all my journal open.
No worries.
Okay, let's see. If anything, I think I have a negative. I have a negative to dodge melee. Would that count here?
Yeah, you're trying to dodge. I think it would count. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Is it just a -1?
Yeah, just a -1.
All right.
I took that in the last fight, actually.
Okay, so you just have normal roll -1 dice, so it should be 2 dice.
Yeah, okay.
It's not contested. Okay. It's a fail.
Oof.
It's not a major failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I need my influence.
Okay. So you jump to the side. The explosion goes off. Everything goes white for a moment, right? you instinctively lunge to the side. You feel some debris, something sharp as it flings by you, cut into your side a bit, and you feel like warm blood dripping down the side of your torso, maybe along your back. But you're thrown to the side, and mostly safe. You have Waywatcher there with you also. As you take a look around, everyone else looks mostly okay as soon as the explosion happens. I don't think anyone is killed by the immediate explosion itself. As you like land, you get a look on the others, and they look like they also dove for the most part. Most people dove out of the way. So
Hey, I assume I go down a body.
yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
making sure.
All right. Let's see here. The building groans after the explosion. After a few seconds, the building sort of groans as the weight shifts. The room that you guys were cutting into is just a big old smoldering hole. Now, basically, it leads off the building. It leads outside now.
Oof, yeah.
Let's see. I think we're gonna have some falling debris here. So here's what I want to do first. You cleared the majority of the damage of the explosion, but you got some stuff falling towards you. Can you make a roll to try to get out of the way, or to like try to brace yourself, or something like that? What are you doing?
For who?
For you, Derrin.
Oh, me again. Okay. Hot dang. Does the dodge count again?
You can, unless you got something else that might help you, like, I don't know, put your hands up over your head or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and just like mitigate it rather than actually dodging.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So just a normal roll. Like you're just gonna try to cover your head and most sensitive parts.
Yeah, try and like not get hit somewhere important, basically.
Okay.
Oof. Okay.
So it's a
God, I don't
fumble.
want to. I don't want to take another. I don't want to take another damage.
It could be worse. It could be a major failure. Could be, could be worse. But a fumble's not good.
Could
Yeah.
I spend an influence to at least make it miss his head?
That would be a minor change to a situation.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow you to spend an influence to where he won't go down another body step here. Sure. Something's going to happen, but it won't cause him immediate damage.
That's better at this point, I think. I'm already down one.
Yeah.
All right. Mark off influence point, Cassidy.
Got
Okay, so here's what happens. Beam above you. So you like lay on the floor. You watch like as a bunch of this debris just gets ripped off the building in the explosion. And you land hard on the floor. And when you look up, the support beam above you dislodges, and it falls, and you feel a sharp pain in your foot, and it's basically pinning you down.
Yeah, beans.
Yeah, you don't take any more damage. You can still feel your side bleeding a bit, but you're pinned to the floor for now.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, and there's like another beam that sort of dislodges near it that looks like it was about to like it could have landed the killing blow. Like maybe there's a moment where you think, oh, this is gonna hit me square in the face. But it sort of like swings to the side at the last minute, and hits Waywatcher, who's laying on the floor beside you.
Oh no, bro! What What the fuck, man?
Weight Watcher's like
Weight Watcher, you were supposed to roll better.
wedged and like pressed hard against the floor. As you hear it make some beeps and some you hear some noise coming from Weight Watcher.
Core systems damaged.
But looking over at it, it's still like you still see lights on it. Like it seems like it's continuing to function. At least for now. But
Okay, we can probably save it after this then.
he's kind of in the same situation you are actually. Like he's kind of pinned, right? There's another beam that's sort of like pressed. It hasn't crushed him yet, but it's he can't go anywhere.
Okay, Cassidy, we can fix him after this.
Around the same time, you hear a cry from the area you leapt from. Looking up, we join Naela and Cassidy. So we got Derrin with Weight Watcher down here. Let me move you guys around a little bit. We'll put Naela and Cassidy together here. Okay. Let's see here. So the same rumble that sort of jostled that second beam to make its way to Derrin connects with the support under the floor and knocks the floor out from under the two of you as it buckles and you start to slide. I'm gonna need rolls from the two of you, please.
Isn't Naela in Synapse, so wouldn't the Leviathan roll for her?
Yeah, Naela's in Synapse right now.
Okay. Did we roll your? Because yeah, you entered Synapse at the end of last session. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure she didn't keep anything again.
The Leviathan has complete control.
Okay. So yeah, you'll get a bonus. Do you normally have anything that would help you out here?
Survival.
This would be more like I'm thinking like acrobatic or climbing, maybe, or something
see.
athletic.
Let me see. Let me see. Nope. All right, it's just a straight roll.
All right.
Or whatever bonus the Leviathan would give you.
Yeah. The Leviathan will give you I think at least a +1. I'll roll a D2 and see if you can get a +2 out of it. If I get a 2, you'll get a +2.
Ah, darn.
Okay. Get a +1.
Damn. All right. Is this contested or no?
No, this is not contested. It's just a roll.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, hey!
Success.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, the floor starts to collapse out from under the two of you. But you
I still have to roll.
Yeah. So far, you avoid the worst of it, Naela. Cassidy, do you have anything?
Have anything to help me.
Okay. I guess just be a normal roll then.
Why is it 2 dice?
Because
Yeah.
I'm at the negative from lack of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You still haven't slept.
I
Well,
mean,
you got it at least.
I got a few minutes from the media bomb, but
I don't know that counts as like rest.
no.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So both of you kind of avoid the worst of it. The timing, like it buckles on one side of the floor, like a room below you buckled on one side, and so it starts to slide. But you both sort of like grab onto the ledge that you'd be falling from and pull yourself up. For the time being, let's see here.
For the time being.
Okay. Naela, you don't have any control over what you're doing?
Nope.
All right.
None. I got 0 for.
Okay. So Naela. Naela shows. She just has a feral look on her. She's kind of growling, and grunting as she like pulls herself away from this floor collapsing, and she lunges down the hall, basically tearing at the wall with her hands, to move as fast as she can towards the elevator that brought you guys up here. I don't think she reaches it on this turn, but she takes off running towards the elevator. Cassidy, what else are you doing?
I think she'd try to deal with the team that's pinning Derrin.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So you start to try to make your way over to where Derrin is, where he's got his foot pinned down. And yeah, I mean there's still quite a bit of debris like settling and falling. So as you head that direction, maybe there's like another section of roof that collapses on one side of the room, like going through like a newly made debris doorway in the middle of this hallway now. Make another roll. Success. All right. Yeah, so you just like move out of the way, see part of the roof collapse. The whole room doesn't collapse, but you just like move out of the way for the part that was going to hit you, and duck and make your way under. And I think you can reach Derrin by the next go round. Let's see, we still have a Enigma and a Dank here. Okay. All right. Okay. We hear an announcement from actually, never mind. No, we don't. Okay. Right. Dank. Make a roll to avoid some of the collapsing rubble, as like, so this is right after the explosion's gone off. We're kind of weak because we haven't had you go yet. We gotta kind of go back in time a little bit for you, I guess.
Okay.
So just make like a normal athletics roll or something that might help you avoid falling debris and that kind of thing.
Physical activity.
Physical activity works.
Okay.
Savvy success. You were fine, my dude. What do you want to do? As like the explosion happens, you avoid some of the like falling debris. You see some of this other stuff going on with Cassidy and Naela. You see her like starting to take off down the hallway towards the elevators. You see Derrin pinned. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to get Derrin unpinned.
All
It
right.
seems like everybody else is kind of okay at this point.
All right. So you make your way over to Derrin. You see Cassidy probably going to make it there around the same time as you.
Okay.
Enigma, same thing. Explosion goes off. You move to the side. You avoid the worst of it. Make a roll to avoid falling debris or falling into a collapsing room or something along those lines, please.
I don't think I have anything that's going to help me. I think it's going to be a straight roll.
Okay. success.
Whew.
Okay. So yeah, you there's like a bit of it that like brushes you or something and falls by you as you're moving down this hallway, which is quickly turning into like a building from Fallout or something. Basically, you've got floors collapsing, walls collapsing into like rooms below. There's like rebar and shrapnel all over the place. Sharp bits of metal because the building is like made out of metal. But yeah, you're fine. Nothing hits you immediately. What are you doing?
Yeah, basically looking around, seeing who's where, who's hurt, who's up. Where's Tiwa?
Well, who was carrying Tiwa? Was it Dank?
Is Cassidy.
It was Cassidy.
It was me.
Oh no.
What do you think happened to Tiwa when you had to you got sort of pulled to the side, I guess, by Dank, right? What happened? Dank sort of shielded you? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I kind of tackled them to the ground to avoid the blast.
Okay.
That was the intended effect, at least.
Okay. And when you got up, did you pick her back up? I mean, what happened?
She would have, yeah. I guess I probably need to check on her.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't have her, Enigma was gonna check on her.
Yeah.
Cassidy
She's in the
feels-
hole.
So there's a lot of debris in the air. There's like dust particles from all the stuff breaking. There's smoke, which you're probably all now starting to pick up on in your nostrils. Make a perception check. See if you can spot Tiwa.
I do have observation. Does that help?
Yeah. Also, Enigma, you can make this roll too.
Can do. Oof. Yeah, no, I see shit.
Okay.
I guess Cassidy sees her because she feels responsible for her.
Yeah. Okay. Let me roll something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you don't see her, Enigma. There's like some debris blocking your way. Like maybe she's like on the other side of some debris or under a bit of it. But Cassidy, as you reach Derrin, you turn and look back over your shoulder, and you see a body laying on the ground that has a dark red stain underneath it.
Oh no.
Well, shit.
I mean, that doesn't mean she's gone.
Yeah, but Enigma, looking around, you don't see anything. You do see a couple of your people. I think you'd probably still make out what happened to Derrin. There's probably a bit of yelling going on and stuff like that. And with Cassidy and Dank reaching over there, Naela also took off screaming like a mad woman down the hallway toward the elevator.
Seeing that there's two people trying to help Derrin, I'm probably gonna follow Naela.
Okay. All right. You take off after Naela. Okay. Let's see here. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, we kind of need to make sure the Leviathan doesn't do anything weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see you like you look at them. You're like, okay, they're good. Those two have him, and you know that like right around this next corner down this hallway is the elevator, and you can hear like noise coming from that direction, right? Like banging and sort of like growling from Naela. So yeah, you head that way. I think by the end of your turn, rounding the corner, you can see Naela like prying at the doors on the elevator and just like screaming. Okay. Okay, so you guys are trying to help Derrin. So let's focus on Derrin, Dank, and Cassidy for a moment. What are the three of you doing here? As the building is still groaning and you can still hear things like falling in the distance. The building is still like settling. There's also like the sound of like I would think you might hear the sound of like alarms going off in the building and probably out on the street. So like loud beeping, repetitive beeping noises, people yelling in the distance. Might even hear some people down in the building yelling, especially in like rooms that just collapsed underneath you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the three of you trying to do? You were trying to help get the beam that's pinning him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, how big is the thing?
It's a main support pillar, I think. So it's pretty heavy. It's also wedged in there really good. If you wanted to check it out really quick to sort of assess, maybe make some kind of investigation roll.
Yeah, I'd see if we need to if we could do leverage it off or something. Yeah.
Don't think observation would help me much in this one, would it?
Attention to detail.
Observation would get you different information than like an investigation probably here, or if you had like engineering skill, that would probably give you even different kind of information, basically. So if you want to roll observation, I'll allow it. I'll just give you observation themed info.
I'd rather do engineering if that's an option.
Do mechanics
Yeah.
to try to figure out how to get it off.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do attention to detail to see I guess see if there's anything that could maybe be used around.
Okay. So you got success there. We got success from Cassidy and success from both Derrin and Dank. All right. Very heavy support pillar, iron. So we're talking might even be like thousands of pounds. But it could be moved. If you had a heavy piece of machinery, like something like a forklift or something like that could easily move this. The problem is you don't really have time to go get something. Looking around,
do we have the next best thing, like a lever?
Yeah, like looking around, you see like a bit where the wall's been ripped apart. There's like the equivalent to like rebar, right?
Okay.
If you could get maybe a few pieces of that, then it might be enough to like bear the weight of this thing just for a moment, possibly. But it's a reach, and would also take some time, or like you'd have to like rip the wall apart, which would be like near impossible, or hope that the building collapses in the right way and just like find bits of structure that you could wedge like underneath it and sort of pry.
Cassidy's gonna look at Dank. I have my welding torch and I'm smaller. I'll go over there and get it.
Oh, that's probably
Plan C, we cut off his foot.
I don't want to cut off my foot.
I mean,
let's maybe backup plan that.
That's why it's
can we
plan?
Okay, good.
Let me try getting some of that rebar with my welding torch.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
The building shifts ominously.
Oh well, you might not have to use the torch.
You can
I'll be back.
smell smoke. So you're looking for what now, Cassidy?
She's gonna head over to the exposed rebar.
Okay.
Yeah, try and get a large enough piece that could be used as like a lever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's willing to go a bit further to find larger pieces.
I'm gonna get
Okay.
my energy sword ready just in case.
All right. Make
Sound happy
a
much?
make a roll, Dank.
What kind of a roll?
This would be like perception-y kind of roll. Like you pull out your energy sword and you to get it ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a here, let me roll something here just to make sure. There's a chance. Okay.
Oh,
Oh
oh dear.
Is it bad for you or is it bad for me?
Well,
We'll never know, I guess.
I rolled it, so I feel like it has to be bad for me, right?
Sweet.
Well, but
I mean, I can't like.
I mean, it's bad for the thing you rolled it for. Would be the thing.
Which would be the energy sword. Yeah.
Oh no!
Did it just?
Oh, fuck.
Did we just make another bomb?
No.
So what do I notice with my savvy success in regards to my energy sword?
You pull out your energy sword, and you're like, because you just like you said, you want to make sure you have that thing ready. And looking at like, because it's basically just a hilt until it's activated, right? Maybe there's like
Right.
a switch on it or like a trigger.
Uh-huh.
You notice like as soon as you see it in your hand, like all the way down the side of it is this black scorch mark.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's a good thing I actually have two of these. Did you forget
Wait,
about
do you have
that?
two or do I have the other one?
You gave it back to me after the whole combat encounter, so I do technically have a second one.
Okay.
Do I still have the second one on me? You know, I did like have to jump out of the way, and then there was a huge explosion.
Make a contested roll against me. This would be something athletics or acrobatics related, physical activity, I guess.
Okay.
I'll set a DC for my dice. I'm thinking maybe 5 seems kind of high. Maybe 4 dice DC. That sound fair?
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't roll super great, but you got a critical failure.
Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's a good thing I have an influence point.
Let it stand. I need to know what happens.
Oh. Yeah, I never actually let one of these happen. I'm gonna do this.
So this means you now have to make a negative memory, right?
He does.
Yep.
You have
What was the action that was happening here?
this was physical activity, right?
Oh.
Isn't that the skill?
what?
Is that the skill you were using here? What was the skill you
Yeah.
were using?
That was the skill I was using.
Yeah, then
So I
that's
have -1 to physical. Well, that
yeah.
so I still have a +1 after the fact.
Yeah, but you'd have to it makes you have to create another memory to make it +2 again. Spend more
I mean,
points.
that's not that bad.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, I could just put the bad memory in a thing because I do have the
That's true. And if you
True.
keep it until then, it gives you a discount on your revelations.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you have a
Yeah.
memory in mind for this?
Oh, fucking something to the equivalent of a. Okay, hang on. Somebody name a Middle Eastern city.
The only one I know is Israel.
No, can't do that one for obvious
Jerusalem?
reasons. No. All right, let's go Borat, Kazakhstan. There we go.
Yeah, Kazakhstan. I like that.
I remember the Kazakhstan conflict, trying to disarm IEDs. There's a dirty bomb in the town square. I had almost managed to get to it in time. Cut the wrong wire at the wrong second. Blast armor only covers so much. Felt the shrapnel rip through my body, weakening me as a whole.
Yeah. Okay.
So
God,
Good.
weak ass.
So you take this -1 to your skill, and yeah, you pat down yourself to find this other power sword, and you realize it's gone. And then maybe there was that moment of the explosion happening, and you're just like, you can almost like see it flying off of you. You know what I mean? When you dodged or shielded the others, grappled
right.
them to the ground.
Well, I guess we're looking for that next time.
All right, that was everybody in that group, right? That was what you guys.
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay, so we head back over to see what Naela and Enigma are doing. So, Enigma, you come around the corner. Naela is like prying the elevator doors open. She's screeching and like grunting, as she's like, you see every muscle in her body just like flexing. But she's making progress. She's actually bending the doors themselves.
Good Lord.
And then there's like a moment where she like lets go, and she just starts like, the doors are already bent a little bit, and she like lets go of it, and then like punches the piece of it that's dented, and it makes it like dented further in and further in. She does that several times.
God.
And then
Why can't you help me with my leg?
yeah. She just like wedges it enough for her to squeeze through, for a tiny human to squeeze through. And she takes the look back over her shoulder and sees you standing there watching all this, and then just jumps in to the elevator shaft.
Naela! No!
You hear the sound of like a splash.
Well, that's good at least, I think.
God, fuck.
Hope you're not
Can I-
claustrophobic.
Okay. If I like poke my head through, can I see anything in this elevator shaft?
Well, all the power's out.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming you were gonna say no.
So that's a no.
Do you have anything that would help you see?
Someone has a torch. Where did we leave the torch?
Yeah, someone has one. Shit. Can I spend an influence point to have found like a little like pen light in that medical kit that I pulled off of one of the dead people?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you do use that to check for like pupil response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not be the best light in the world, but it's something.
It's something at least that I don't have to like trek my ass back through all of that debris.
I kind of want to make a swim roll or something.
I mean, you should for sure.
Yeah. Guess what? My little memory for mermaids. Because guess what? The Leviathan has control, which means I can swim like one.
Yes. You'll also get an additional +2 on the roll.
Nice.
Yeah. Look at. All right. Give me page 1, please. Please. Hello. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Enigma, you pull out the pin light. Are you just like immediately like going to the newly created hole in the elevator shaft and shining the light in?
Yeah, I do kind of want to see if I can see Naela down there? Because
Not jumping in if you have to.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
That's
jumping in
a-
just yet. I need to know how far this thing is if I can see where the water line is.
Yeah, you look in and you see the top of the water maybe 4 or 5 feet down. You also see like a bunch of cables like just in the shaft in general. And you see the water displacement like when you look down in the shaft, but you can't see Naela. You have to assume that she's swimming straight down because that's kind of the way the water's still moving when you shine the light on it. You also can't see that far, I don't think.
Right.
But she's clearly like in the elevator shaft swimming down. Yeah, what do you do?
Mhm. Fuck.
Leviathan powers activate.
That's a very few successes for so many dice, Naela.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We're like
Lord.
succeeding at this stuff by the skin of our teeth.
We cut to Naela and she's like swimming. And then there's this pinprick of light behind her, right? And she stops for a second, like it shines on the cable underneath the water near her. And it reflects light off of the cable or something, and it catches her eye, and she stops for a second. We see her turn around, look back up above her, and kind of squint underwater, and the camera like zooms up on her eyes, and we see like a second set of translucent eyelids blink sideways or something. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like a little
Oh
bit of
my god.
yeah, there's like a little bit of bubbles that maybe escape your mouth a little bit, but then yeah, you turn back around and keep swimming down, I think.
The Leviathan just made her appearance.
I don't know. It might have made an appearance earlier in the one of the DDR machine.
Yeah, so Enigma, you're at the top of this elevator shaft. The building groans and shifts again as the floor underneath you kind of jolts slightly. What are you doing?
Shit. Are we far? Am I far enough away that shouting at the others is going to be effective or no?
There's with all the stuff collapsing, there's a chance they wouldn't hear you, but I think it's feasible that they would if you were like screaming at top, like loud.
Okay.
It's basically like just around a corner. Like think of like an apartment building, elevators, the hall around the corner is the hallway they're on, but they're on the other side of it. So it'd probably carry under normal circumstances. There wasn't all this noise from like falling debris and stuff.
Gotcha.
The building attempting to collapse on our heads.
Yeah, Enigma's gonna shout at the top of their lungs, "I'm going in the elevator shaft after Naela. Find us!" And I guess I'm jumping in.
Okay. Make a roll first to see how loud do you yell, or if, like just to see if it's timed well with falling debris. And then I'll give them a chance to perceive it too. Like it'll be like
I will probably hear it because I have the really good trained ear.
It's true. Okay. And give me a roll for swim. As you squeeze through the hole Naela made and sploosh into the water.
God, you did.
Please tell me you know how to swim.
I don't know if Enigma knows how to swim. I don't know if they've ever come across this or not yet.
I'll put it this way. If you spent a lot of time around these caravans in the Umbra, I think it's very likely that you would have learned to swim at some point, because a lot of these vaults are like half flooded. And
okay, yeah.
Fishing is like a really big thing in this culture. in like boating and stuff like that, and sort of like developing a relationship with the kind of marine life in the Umbra is pretty important for someone who lives here.
Gotta run away from those mermaids or swim away from those mermaids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. So I think it's feasible that you would, if you wanted to make it a memory, you can do that.
Ooh. Question.
Sure.
Can I, this is going to kind of inform whether or not I spend my memory points or not. Can I use calm mind as a like inhale, exhale, okay, I'm about to do this thing, let's go kind of moment to kind of brace before I actually jump to help with not panicking once I hit the water?
Read me your calm mind thing, if you can.
I mean, it's a memory.
Let me take a look at it. Which page is it on?
My dude, I only have one page.
Let me go to the right screen on my DM stuff. Okay.
Their hands on my arms and a voice so soft I can't really understand the words, willing me away from the panic, clawing at the back of my skull. The noise slowly forms into words telling me to focus, to take slow breaths, and to let the emotions flow through my mind without focusing too hardly on them. It took some time, but my heart rate slowed and my breathing evened out as the panic receded. Ah!
I'll allow it. Sure.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I use push to talk, and it's my middle mouse button, and then doing that and trying to scroll is very difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. No, we're going to spend an influence point. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Oh, that
What? You
really
don't want the discount?
Listen. Oh,
Okay.
I don't want to drown, guys.
It's definitely better than a critical failure. Okay. Here, let me cue this back up. All right. So yeah, you squeeze through the opening Naela made. You fall a couple feet down. You splash into the water, and you keep your composure even in this dark, cramped, flooded death trap. Are you swimming down to try to catch up with her?
Yeah, deep breath in. I probably take a hold of one of those cables just to kind of keep myself like a guide. In case I need to try and come back up for air.
Okay.
And then yeah, down we go. Let's see if this pin light will work underwater, because if not, I'm just literally swimming blind.
Mm-hmm. All right, we cut back to the others. Waywatcher, who's pinned to the floor next to you, Derrin, says,
Warning. Naela's O2 levels low.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
So you got this beam pinning you. You've got folks thinking they might be able to use some of the debris as leverage. I think there's another major jostle to the building. So another loud noise as the building settles some more. And that's why it's doing that. There we go. Yeah, like there's a section of wall between where you guys are sort of gathered and the elevators that would normally like block your view of it just gives way. And bits of the roof above just like slink off the side of the building, falling hundreds of feet below. and they take a good section of the floor that you're on with them. But what this does do is kind of give you a clear shot look at the elevator, and you can see a bit of the elevator is sort of wedged, dented, and broken open. And you all, I think make perception rolls, or you can use your attention to detail. This goes for Dank, Derrin, and Cassidy if you'd like.
Is this to hear Enigma's thing?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, I probably hear it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. I think you hear it too, Dank. Cassidy?
I think she's going to be too focused on trying to get across to the rebar to even attempt to listen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna roll.
So yes, you can you hear Enigma as they shout and jump into the elevator shaft. Looking across, seeing the shaft after the building sort of lurches to one side when all this debris falls off. The shaft kind of looks like it shifts to a different angle for a second, Dank and Derrin. But you'd probably pretty quickly realize, especially you, Derrin, that it's not necessarily the elevator shaft that shifted. It might be everything else. And when it does that, you see you have a just the way you're laying, the way you're pinned down, you have a really good view straight into that hole that Naela made, and you can see the elevator cable weakening, it's spinning, and you can see it turning, and then bits of it starting to break off as it starts to collapse, and then you just this loud bang, kind of echoing bang sound. You feel the whole floor vibrate as whatever that cable was holding up dislodges, and the cable snaps, and the elevator above the hole, where the box was, the weight or whatever, just goes slinking straight down past the hole. You do hear it hit. You hear it hit water. It's there's this really loud splashing sound, and then water actually floods up and out of the hole and onto the floor rather quickly. Yeah.
Oh, no.
What roll is this? Oh no.
Oh god, Naela and I are fucking screwed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need both of you to make this would be strength or athletics or acrobatics, something along those lines. I think I'm gonna give you a -1, just because I think it'd be particularly harder to dodge this in the water.
Yeah, dodging it in water and in an enclosed space.
Yeah, it's not
my god.
it's not likely you'd have a whole lot of places to go. Naela, savvy success.
Quick, Naela, punch out another elevator door.
Yeah, right.
Naela's just no.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay, so here's what happens. I'll get to you guys in a second, okay? I'll get to the two of you in just a second. For now, we're gonna stick with Derrin and Dank and Cassidy. So you see this snap happen, and the weight fall into the water. What are the three of you doing?
Probably being kind of shocked at what just happened because
You still got that welder? We might just have to weld the foot off.
I don't want that.
Well, it's either that or be crushed under thousands of tons of additional rubble.
Yeah, as he
she
says that.
She still hasn't tried to get the thing to like try and pry it off me first.
He is working across the room to get to the rebar right now.
The building is literally falling apart.
What are you doing to get this rebar out to use? Because this is like potentially still attached to the building or pinned under debris.
I have a battery-powered welding torch.
Okay, so you're trying to cut off a piece of rebar to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going across the room to get to the biggest pieces I can find.
All right. Okay.
Aristotle did say, "Give me a lever large enough, and I'll move the world."
Make a roll. Do you have anything that would help you here? As far, I guess this would be like, you want to cut off a piece of rebar, but you don't want to cut off like an important piece of rebar, right?
An important piece of rebar.
Yeah, like what if it's like, it's, you know, it's one of the only pieces holding up this room right now, for example.
I guess it would depend on which way the stuff is gonna fall at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you have engineering and stuff that you could use for this role, I think, right? That would apply.
Yeah, I
here.
have one. I don't have anything else.
Okay, savage success. While you're doing that, Dank, what are you doing?
Trying to convince Derrin to let me cut his leg off.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun time of that.
Or I do still have that can of WD-40. Maybe we can like grease the leg up to get it out.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try that.
All right. Make a roll to put WD-40 on him, I guess.
Would that count as mechanic?
I don't think so. Only because you're putting it on a human. I debated making it like a medical roll, right? Like you're putting.
Hey, let me see what I have.
Trying to keep from getting it in anywhere that's open.
Wait a minute.
Don't you
Did
have
say
first aid?
medical roll?
First aid, biatch!
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be more of like a first aid kind of situation, I
Wow.
suppose.
Fuck.
Holy shit, Dave.
No.
Oh my god!
Is
Can I be glad you saved your influence for this?
Yeah. I'm gonna spend an influence point.
All right, you want to re-roll that?
Yes. I do.
Good lord, rule of fours, basically.
Okay.
That's better than 4-1.
One for a technical success. You managed to get the
best kind of success.
Yeah. You managed to get the WD-40 on his leg successfully without making the situation worse.
Hey.
All
There's
right.
that at least.
I wonder what would have actually happened though. Like how bad can a critical fail with WD-40 really be?
I probably would. I probably would have
Straight
had
in
it
his face.
something collapse on
It
you.
explodes.
Like it would have been like you're trying to get to the leg, so you're having to like climb around this debris, and you either fall and hurt yourself, maybe, or like you cause something else to fall onto you, or fall onto Derrin and hurt him.
Fucking break your own leg.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Walking around on broken leg.
Okay, so Cassidy, you're cutting off this piece of rebar. Dank, you're trying to you're oiling up Derrin, I guess. Derrin, you're pinned. Is there anything?
Time to oil up.
Is there anything that you'd like to try to do while you're pinned to the floor here before I do a thing to all three?
That is a good question. Oh, dang it. I guess I could have helped Dank with the medical roll. Whatever. I guess I will try and... I guess I don't really have anything else to do besides like see what's wrong with Weight Watcher.
Yeah, I mean, you could do like a general perception check kind of deal, right?
I want to
look around to see if I can spot anything that could help. You could do that.
Well, I kind of just want to know what's like going on with him, so I can see if it's like something we need to do like now, or if. I kind of want to know what actually, like you said, systems damaged, but I don't know exactly what that means.
Okay. Make a observation perception roll.
Would tech maintenance work?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. You look over towards Waywatcher, and you can see the beam that nearly killed you is got him pressed hard up against like a corner of the floor in the wall. And whatever is pushing on this beam is, as more of this stuff is giving out, is only causing it to push harder. So basically it's wedged onto Waywatcher's like main body. So you're getting like probably coolant starting to leak out of Waywatcher. The limbs almost surely are non-functional at this point. And you're probably getting like the occasional spark here and there. But the lights are still on. It definitely is having a hard time moving. It's not moving. But it's still functional for now, barely. Its voice is cutting in and out when it kind of has talked. There's probably a bit of like static, like the speaker's slightly damaged or something.
Okay. All right. Well, at least, I mean, yeah, it's not great, but as long as like nothing memory-wise is damaged, we're probably going to be able to fix him.
Who's this we? You know for a fact it's just going to be Cassidy.
Hey, now I have tech maintenance.
If she
All
even
right.
trusts you enough to go near him after this.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
her
nothing wrong.
baby. You let her baby get hurt.
Technically, she did it with her influence point.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So
I saved your fucking life, damn it.
we cut to Naela and Enigma, who are in the elevator shaft as the weight is like coming down. The cable's snapped. Naela, I'm gonna need you to make like some kind of melee attack or strength or athletics kind of roll. Let's see what the bonus you get to this is. You get a +2 to this.
All right.
Is she actually punching in another elevator door?
Yeah, she's punching in a section of the shaft. So there's a bit of a space where you could almost get out of the way if it was okay, savvy success. All right. So and Enigma, you kind of close the distance on Naela while she's doing this. So you're still moving while she's like punching and tearing at the wall. And these cables, you can hear the cable snap even under the water. And the loud splash, and the whole shaft is like shaking. And of course, if you look up, something is rocketing towards you, like a big silhouette. Go ahead.
Just a mental oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, I just remembered something.
Yeah.
The cable snapped, right?
Yeah.
Enigma was holding on to them.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you were.
No.
I'm
Wait,
Yeah, I
sorry.
specifically.
They got a savvy success though.
That was for dodging the elevator falling.
Or the weight, or whatever it was.
Oh, you'd have to make another roll then. Oh shit.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh no,
God.
those things suck.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a roll for
I'm
that.
sorry.
Because
Is it still a -1?
yeah, because you're underwater.
Oh fuck. I don't really have any influence left. Let's hope.
Oh,
I'm out
Oh,
of, oh shit. I'm out of influence, guys.
We can't do anything. It's your roll.
I
It's
know.
a major failure.
Oh no!
Fuck, man.
Fuck!
There's nothing.
Oh shit! I'm shaking, guys.
Okay. What's your body status at right now? You at full health?
I'm at full health.
Okay, good. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll. Okay. So it hits you. So the cable snapping is going to hit you. It is going to do at least some damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll to see how much damage it does. I'm trying to decide what would be the fairest way to do this.
I mean, whatever damage you think a cable whip would do, I guess. Just
I would think it would be
Especially in
significant.
water.
Like I think it would be a significant amount of damage. I don't think there's a chance you come off out of this like with what's the first body condition?
Beaten.
Beaten. Yeah. I don't
no,
know.
I especially with a major failure like that, it's either wounded or dead. There's no real hope for me getting out of this.
I mean, as I say, they have guns that, and I would think this would almost be worse than a gun. So guns do 1d4.
What do you think? Like 1d4 plus 1? Is that too much?
I mean, I think that's. I mean, it effectively does the thing that you want it to do, because it's either going to be you roll a 1 and they're not dead, or you roll anything else and they're dead.
I mean, that would track, because it's if you roll a 1, the +1 makes it wounded, or that's it.
I mean, a piano cable can bisect a person, so imagine what this thing can do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to die, but at the same time, like, it needs to be fair.
But I'm just saying, like, if a piano cable can do that, imagine what these heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
Yeah.
It would potentially be worse.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, I guys, I think I'm done for.
I'll roll it and we'll see. So I'll just do 1d4 plus 1. If I roll a 1, then you're not dead, basically. Oh, that's really bad odds. All right, let's see
25%.
Let's see what happens. That's a 2. All right.
Oh, well. Describe my death, DM.
When the cable snaps, it retracts back extremely fast. You're underwater, and I think you don't even really feel it. It happens so quickly. You hear the loud tear, quick and sudden tear of the cable, the metallic sort of like twang, and then you just feel cold, like from the waist down. Suddenly, really cold, colder than you should. And then you see like a dark stain in the water in front of you. Your little pin light pointing ahead of you as this dark stain gets bigger. And then you suddenly realize you can't feel anything below your waist at all. And then everything goes dark. Naela, when you...
The worst part is, like, do you know how, like, mantis shrimps can, like, punch the, like, water and make an explosion?
Yeah.
The speed that thing's going, it probably makes an explosion in the water.
Yeah, it might like, light up slightly or something for a split second. Metal snapping like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
that's metal, dude.
So yeah, there's like a flash above Naela, who's currently like tearing at the wall. Looks up and you see in 2 pieces floating above you, Enigma and this dark stain in the water, and like the edge of the cable drifts down past you, all its energy expended. Sorry, Gerblin.
Crap happens.
So Naela, there's a bit where the shaft kind of gives some space to get out of the way of like something that's falling through, but it's not quite big enough even for a tiny human to squeeze into. So we see you under the water, just like punching and scratching at this thing, putting dents in it. And with a savvy success, just at the last second, you managed to squeeze in as this weight or the elevator itself drifts by in the shaft. It does, like, because the way you've punched in the side of this elevator shaft, it has like bent it and stuff. So when the weight passes by, it like hits the wall for a second, maybe even like scratches you or like tears at a bit of your gear. And I mean, let me just see how bad it is. 4s for me on this roll are not good for you. So that's a success for me. No, it's not good for you. It's not good for you.
I know. I know.
So
At least
it hits like the weight. It misses you, but the weight hits like the part of the shaft that you've bent. Maybe sticks out a little too far, so the weight like hits it, and it like it causes a problem with the structure of the whole shaft. The rest of the building is collapsing. The shaft's already at like a weird angle compared to the rest of the building, and it like scrapes into the wall, maybe scrapes through a bit of the metal holding the shaft intact, and like wedges into place, and stops falling. So now it's kind of like blocking you into this like hole that you've made for yourself to like get yourself out of the way. It's kind of like it's wedged in front of you. Now there's like not really anywhere to go. We'll come back to you in a second. We cut back to the other group. Waywatcher says,
Enigma's life signs failure. Naela O2 vitals low.
what's going on with the rest of you guys? So we had Dank. You were
Oiling up the foot.
Oiling up the foot. Cassidy was cutting off that bit of rebar. I need you all to make rolls as the building shifts again, and more debris potentially rains down either on top of you or out from under you.
Well, I can't dodge now, so I guess it's just a straight roll.
Okay. Cassidy, that's not good.
God!
Derrin.
Do I at least get the rebar free first?
You do. Yes.
Can I attempt to throw it to him?
Did you hit me?
Sure.
Knock his ass out.
Make
I have
a
a throwing skill.
make a roll for the throw.
Fuck.
Oh God!
Yeah, you straight fucking hit that dude. Oops.
Or it could hit me since I am also right there.
Here, catch.
Conk.
Dank.
Yes.
You got a success. So here's what's happening. The section of the room that Cassidy is in, look, it's like as this last jostle happens, you can tell that some debris is coming down, probably either on Cassidy or on Derrin or both. Like you can see the stuff that's like pinning him down, and then there's the one that's on Waywatcher. Looks like it could fall on top of him, maybe hurt him further. What are you doing?
Uh,
You can probably help one of them out here, but the question is which one?
Wave watcher, wave.
And at the same time,
watcher.
Cassidy's like throwing the rebar. I'm gonna roll, assuming what you do doesn't have an effect on that. I'm gonna roll to see who it hits, probably.
okay. I'll help Waywatcher, I guess.
Oh my god!
You know, Weight Watcher's just a robot, right?
Dear.
Well, yeah, but think about it this way.
You straight
Yes,
said.
how are we thinking about it?
I'm gonna
No,
tell you.
wait.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The thing penning Weight Watcher down is not gonna budge.
Okay, so he's dead.
I mean, you're not moving that pillar.
Yeah, I'm not moving the thing pin and Weight Watcher. I'm not going to be able to lift the thing pin and Derrin. I might as well try to help Cassidy.
Okay.
I'm probably going to die doing this, though.
You just said, fuck you, Cassidy and Derrin. I'm going for the robot.
Make a roll. You do have a -1 to physical activities now.
Yep, that is true. And this wouldn't count as a danger sense roll, so
Derrin, since he's stuck.
he's stuck. What am I gonna do? Take the hit for him?
He could
Wow.
I mean, I could do that.
I can at least, whatever happens, I can at least attempt to like roll out of the way or something after this.
I feel like no matter who I help, somebody is still going to be mad at me.
I mean, we're not going to be mad at you, just disappointed.
Okay, so here's what's happened. On the roll to see if you're going to get hit by debris, Cassidy failed and Derrin fumbled, which is worse than a fail. So the two of you are getting hit by something at the very least. Probably going to be worse for Derrin. He's already pinned down too.
Okay, so I help
You're
Derrin
closer, which
then,
means you can
and
go
I'm
more.
right next to him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's easier for you to help him.
There you go. The
There you
more
go.
logical.
I mean, Nick, that's fine if that's what you want to do. I'm not trying to like tell you what decision should be or anything like that.
It makes more sense. I'm right next to him. There's probably a whole bunch of shit in the way that I'd have to climb over to get to Cassidy in the first
I'm
place.
on the other side of a room.
Exactly.
So what do you do that shields Derrin from this as debris comes down?
Let me check and see what I got in my inventory real quick. I know I have something.
I mean, it could be as simple as like you put an arm up against the wall over him so that whatever comes down hits your arm instead. I'm not saying it would necessarily damage you, or just like, you know what I mean. Like it could be something as simple as that.
Karate chop whatever's going to come down on me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'm just gonna like El Kabong whatever's falling with my bass guitar.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So there's like this big
Let's see that.
section of wall that comes down. Looks like it's about to land on. Maybe it's gonna land on the other debris that's already on him and cause that to crush him. And yeah, you pull up the bass guitar and you just hit it and break it, or do you like use the bass guitar to like wedge in between so it can't like land on him?
Hit it and break it.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Cassidy, however, across the room, you take a hit here. Not quite as bad as a elevator cable snapping, maybe. You go down 2 body steps.
Oh,
Wounded?
Yeah. So does that mean I go down to -2 since I'm already at -1?
oh, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Right? No, wait.
I think
No, I think stressed gives you.
It-
No, wounded doesn't give you any negatives, I don't think.
it
Yeah, it
doesn't.
does.
I think it
Because
does.
he was giving them negatives.
I think wounded does give you like minus to
I
physical.
think it's
physical
it's at
checks.
least a -1 to
Let me
physical
see.
checks.
I think it's not actually a negative because you just don't heal from it, and I think that's how they balanced it. But let me check.
Well, he was given the enemies negative to the fighting and physical stuff.
Wounded.
This is true.
So wounded means your character is in grave danger of losing their life. Depending on the situation, the condition may take between a few days or several months to heal. From a broken femur to a stab wound, from hazardous intoxication.
Okay, it does. Okay. Physical actions. Okay.
Category, yeah, 1 die penalty to most physical actions.
Okay. I didn't remember saying that last time. Okay, good to know.
-2.
So you now have a -2 to all physical actions.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. You get the rebar free, and as soon as you do, you notice that like a section of roof above you that still hasn't collapsed yet starts to fall in, and it's falling towards you. So you don't look; you just throw the rebar. It doesn't go anywhere near them. And like a section of wall has more rebar attached to it, breaks off, and a piece of that rebar stabs through your leg all the way through.
Which leg?
Let's roll. 1, it's your left leg. 2, it's your right leg. That is a 1. So your left leg. High up too, like in the thigh area, I guess. But
it is not just blood that comes out.
Ooh, interesting. I like that. Yeah, okay. What does it look like?
I think mixed with the blood, they can't really tell, but it's definitely a darker substance.
Yeah.
Oil?
Black is definitely slick and shiny.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, you guys can make a roll to see if you perceive that, I suppose. I think maybe it would definitely look odd just offhand without a roll. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it goes straight through your leg. This dark, very dark, viscous, shiny blood leaks out and onto the floor and to the rebar itself and sort of everything around you. It definitely slows you down a lot, obviously. You're not going to be able to put much weight on this leg with it injured like this. And if you're lucky, it missed your femoral artery, or what passes for that for you anyways.
I think I'm going to leave it looking weird. Could I instead, I completely forgot we were looking for this, but could I instead look for the other energy sword that he like yeeted on accident?
Yes, you can. You can do that. So make a...
I'm warming up to the missing leg idea.
Yeah, okay. Make a perception-y, observation-y kind of roll.
Eye for detail. I think that may be all I have.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Did I miss something for that roll for Dank? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I noticed that it wasn't just blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. Yeah, so you do spot it. Like wedged up against a broken section of wall that looks like it's probably teetering. I mean, most of the upstairs, whatever's left of the upstairs of this building at this point is like one big room, essentially. Most of the walls have basically come down. So there's this one section that looks like it could fall off the building itself at any moment. It's got a bunch of windows alongside it. But yeah, you see the sword wedged up against that wall there. What are you doing?
Dank, while I hate to say this, the sword is over there and I'm starting to warm up to the no foot idea.
Yeah, right. Operation Plan C.
All right. Dank, are you going for the sword?
I'm going for the sword.
Okay. Cassidy, what's going on with you with your old one-leg self?
One leg on, one leg
Remove
off.
it.
The old great Mori, she
Remove it.
ain't what she used to be.
You put your right foot in. You put your right foot in.
Damn it. Yeah, I
Well,
can't.
you know, she lost her left leg. She's all right now.
You put your right
Haven't
Tis but a
lost.
I
flesh
mean,
wound.
in fairness, you've only
And
lost
you
one and not both of them.
and you shake your nubbin all about.
I mean, technically, I don't have to use my hands to carry rebar anymore.
You're like Ace Ventura when nature calls, when he's like trying to get them to throw him the spear, and he throws him the spear and it lands in his leg. He's like, ah! That's you right now.
My God.
I think he got both legs, though.
Yeah, he does. He does get both legs. Yeah.
Oh. Epic foreshadowing.
Don't.
I mean,
We've got one gone. We don't need another.
all I can think of is she's gonna try to. hover
Oh,
me
speaking
off
of
the
crap, should we have rolled like a stress thing for realizing that one of us is dead?
Oh my God. Does that still count for me since I'm not myself?
I think it would, but more because you're trapped.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Naela, you'll have to make a stress test for violence because you saw the dismembered body. You'll also have to make one for helplessness because you're trapped right now.
Ooh.
So-
All right.
So here's the we'll do these one at a time because there are a few of these we need to do. Here's the stress test for the body, which I feel like would be pretty significant. I'm going to give it a 5d4 DC. It is a contested check. This is response to violence. I rolled a 14.
Is this contested?
It is.
And don't you have something to do better on
Yes.
violence ones? Okay.
Uh, 16. All right.
Oof,
So,
just barely.
yeah, so you're fine with that one. Now, the helplessness, because you're kind of trapped, blocked by this weight, which is now like wedged in to sort of block you from escaping. I'm going to give it 4d4, a little bit less than that last one, but this is helplessness. I don't think you have anything for that.
I have one.
Okay.
Like just one.
Okay. It's an 8.
Oh,
So you just go down one mind step.
yeah, that's not that bad.
Could be worse.
Could be dead.
Everyone else who has heard that Enigma is dead, you'll need to make a roll against helplessness. Also, you're not seeing it, so it's not the violence, but it's just like the helplessness of like, oh, could you have done something to stop that kind of thing? I guess.
Okay.
And I'll also make it a little bit less. So 4d4 for there's your DC. Everybody else, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.
Can you say if this was violence?
Helplessness.
Hopelessness?
Beats it.
I've got to do 2.
I'll be fine.
Bad.
I need to save these.
I need to do +2 because to combat the -2 since it's
Me too. Me too.
it did do the right one.
4, 5,
but I
6,
still
8,
lost.
8.
I'm down to stress.
Again, it's just one. I think we should be okay.
I need to talk
Too
to
bad.
Ramblin, 'cause I
Too
need
bad
to-
none of us is the Dreadlander, or we'd be getting a lot of influence points after this.
Wait, what'd you say, Cassidy?
I need to talk to Ramblin because I think my character would notice what's going on, and she didn't realize that she is what she is.
What?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
I am back. What's going
Yeah.
on? What
Cassidy needs her own separate stress test, please.
for?
She didn't know she was what she is.
Oh, that's
So
a good
probably
point.
unknown.
So unknown, yeah. since
No, New Orleans. Oh wait, no, wrong show.
yeah, I could definitely see this being a high roll.
no.
Because what do you think? Like, lawyer me here. Do you think I should make this roll low? And if so, tell me why.
I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't be super low, but I only have 3 dice and I don't need another symptom.
Yeah, I feel you. But I feel like noticing, like learning this for the first time might be
especially in this way.
yeah, like might be like really jarring,
Yeah.
you know. So
I
I'm
do
thinking,
agree. It would probably be a 5.
yeah,
As much as I hate to say it.
that's what I was
I don't
thinking
think
too.
it would be a 6 though.
No, I think there could be stuff worse for sure. All right, 5 it is.
Oh god.
12.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad 5
shit.
roll.
Oh.
Wait,
I'm
no.
only gonna
Oh
pass
shit,
it
you could only beat it if you get all 4s. Oh,
Yeah.
That is a 4.
You've been tripled.
You've been tripled, yeah.
It goes straight
oh
to the-
shit.
Now, let me look and make sure before I do this to you, but
I was already stressed.
you were?
Because she would keep an ear out for Way Watcher. So she would have heard the thing about Enigma.
Then you would definitely go straight to broken status. Because I was trying to lawyer her out of it, because I was going to say maybe you would only go down 2 steps, because I'm not 100% sure that tripling it means you go down by 3. I know that doubling it means you go down by 2, for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of like
three
you know,
3 steps when failing by thrice or more. It
Yeah,
does say
it
it in
does.
the book.
It does say, okay. But either way, you're broken. Like,
Yeah.
So that means we gotta give you a symptom. Welcome to the show's namesake, Broken. Has anybody else been broken like in play
No.
in Nibiru?
No, it's just Ben
Nope.
Cassidy.
It's just been you, I think, right? Isn't that weird how that works?
I fucking love it.
targeted.
It's totally, the DM is like a giant asshole, and he's definitely targeting
I'll be right back.
Game is targeting me.
you. All right, we'll see you in a minute, Caitlin. All right.
I had
Well,
a nickel for every time this happened. I'd have 2 nickels.
while they're let's so we got to
Actually, I'd
roll.
have 4.
We got to roll to figure out what your symptom is, right?
Yeah.
So this is the fun part of being broken. This is actually like, it's really bad for you, but is that your roll?
Yeah.
All right, special roll 2 dice. You rolled a 4 and a 3. The total of that is a 7.
Delusions.
Yeah.
Whoa.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 2. So it starts at 2. There is no 1, right? So 2 is voices,
You have to roll 2
Yeah.
dice.
3 memories, 4 paranoia.
Oh wait, is it? Oh no, wait, it's
5
hallucinations. Never mind.
depressions. Yes, hallucinations. Where on the current journal page, where your revelation space is, it will instead say symptom hallucinations, and it will say the following: whenever you spend an influence point to add something to a scene, make a special roll with 1 die. On a result of 1 or 2, the added elements are an illusion, which your character sees as real. For every increment of this symptom, increase by 1 the results needed to get the illusion. In the same way as for the recurring memory symptom. So now your influence points that you spend to change scenes, which I think you've done this session, there is a 50-50 chance basically that those are not real and you just hallucinate them.
Oh, that's
Great.
bad.
Yeah, and so that's your second symptom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1 more and you're basically donezo.
Dead.
and the way, I mean, you may not necessarily be dead, but your character will be unplayable because they will essentially be insane. And I'll determine what exactly happens based on which symptoms you have. But you hallucinate now. Congratulations. What's your other symptom?
Social depression.
Ooh.
You can't make social memories.
Ooh.
Which
That's
so
not a
far
good.
hasn't
That's
bothered
not
me
a.
any.
That's not a very good combination.
No.
Social depression and hallucinations.
We're leading to the same sort of end for Cassidy that we saw in the first episode. Is basically
Yeah. It was paranoia, social depression, and what's the other S? Depression.
Delusions. Oh,
No. It was 2 depressions. Mental depression.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause there's 2 different action types or whatever for depressions. That how it works?
3.
Three.
Social, mental,
Social,
and
mental, or physical.
Physical. Yeah. Okay.
they do that so that way if you get all 3 in depression, you can get different aspects.
Oof.
Well, if you get all 3, you're dead.
Yeah. Okay. Was there anyone else that needed to make stress tests?
No, I went down a step, but Dank succeeded.
Okay. So Dank succeeded, saw the sword, went for it. Right?
Right.
Okay. Did I make you make a roll to see if you can get it? Was that the
Not
roll you
yet.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. You go for the sword. The section of, like I said, the section the sword is on is weak and unstable. You're gonna make a roll to see if you get hurt by falling any of this collapsing debris. See what happens. So, make that roll.
All right. I'm gonna use combat reflexes
Okay.
and hopefully not mess up. Hey.
That is a success. It could be a lot worse. Okay. So, you carefully make your way out onto this bit of floor that's kind of like overhanging, like there's no support under it from the room below that's already collapsed or whatever. You just carefully make your way out. You collect it, and the floor starts to give. But you're ready for this to happen. Like you expected this, right?
Yeah. Kick on the Heelys and then just like mad slide back.
Yeah. The force of the room sort of giving out forces the windows along the wall to basically just like explode, sending glass debris flying everywhere towards you. But it basically just like essentially ricochets off the back of your jacket for the most part. There may be a few bits that get under your skin and make little nicks, but it's not enough to be like significant, like nothing that would take you down a body step or anything. So you're pretty much fine. You get the sword, you kick your Heelys on, you kick off the wall, you get back onto a more structurally sound bit of the building. But again, it does continue to groan. Okay. So the 3 of you are sort of regrouped.
All right. Time to cut off that pesky leg.
Yeah. You did commit to this, right, Derrin? Are you ready?
Fine.
Yeah, we get a ping from Waywatcher who says
Naela's O2 levels dangerously low.
And we cut over to Naela, who is stuck, wedged into a really cramped hole in a submerged elevator. She's already having trouble. Like you can see that she's running out of air. She's basically starting to panic and squirm around and claw at the bit that's blocking her. The Leviathan is still in control here, I think. I'll give you the opportunity, Caitlin to take back control from the Leviathan if you're back yet. If you'd like to do that, I'll give you the opportunity. But the Leviathan might be your best bet here. So
Yeah, the Leviathan's probably my best bet.
Not to mention waking up underwater, not knowing the situation.
it's true.
So,
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she would be totally surprised. She'd probably breathe in immediately, and then drown.
And then die. Die. So, yeah, I think the Leviathan still has control as of this point.
All right. Let me see what your bonus to this roll is going to be here from Levi. 2. So you're going to make same roll you've been making, some kind of strength, melee attack, or athletics kind of roll. That'll do it.
My child live.
I was just about to say it needs to be a really good roll to do anything here. Like I was gonna say, I don't think a normal success would have really helped you here. Okay, critical success, rule of threes. Whatever the skill was you used there, put an extra +1 memory to it. Do you have a memory in mind you want to use for this, or you want to worry about it later?
I'll probably have to worry about it later because it's for melee, so I'd have to think specifically how to,
Okay. So here's what we see. We see the thing blocking you in. We see you going wild, moving all around this tiny little cramped spot you've made for yourself as much as you can to try to get out, but you can't like wedge yourself out. So what you end up doing is like using the small cramped space as leverage, like putting your feet up against one end and like punching and hitting and pushing all your weight into this like the top side probably. And you end up bending the wall out even more, causing more damage to it, certainly, but in like pulling it in and damaging it enough to where you can kind of like squeeze out. And I mean, you're a little bruised and stuff from squeezing through and scratched up, but you make it through. Now the problem is that it's blocking your path down. So what does Levi decide to do here? I think 1, you go back to, okay, 1. Yeah, you start swimming back up. We see you start swimming back up, the way you came. And in a panic again, because you're running out of air. Okay. Make a,
do I need...
I'll have you make another swim check next turn, I think. Because I only want to make you do 1 check per turn, and you already... I don't want to take away from your critical success. You already made the check this turn. So, back to the other 3. Dank, you've gotten the sword. Cassidy, you've got a hole in your leg. And hallucinations.
Oh my god, tell me why Silas is right next to you.
He doesn't remember Silas.
Yeah. Derrin, you've got a beam on top of you and some other debris, probably.
All I heard was bean.
What are the 3 of you trying to do here? There's again the smoke in the air is getting thicker as a fire in the floors below spreads and continues to burn more things. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Cassidy would be attempting to hobble back over to the others.
Cut off that leg.
All right. Make a roll Cassidy. See if you can make it over there.
One dice.
You have 1 dice now because
Oh,
you're
damn.
wounded, right?
Oh no!
That's because you're wounded, right? You lost another dice. Okay. I don't think that there's any way this goes well for you. You only have 1 body step left, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
I mean,
Dank.
the thing I've been doing for everyone else when they fail this roll is rolling a d4 to see how much damage it does. That's what I did to you before.
I don't think you need to roll. I have 1 body step. Just make it glorious.
I mean, let's just see. Let's just see what I get. Okay, I was thinking 4.
Oh!
Yeah, she's mega dead. She's just fucking crushed. There's nothing left but chunky salsa.
Yeah, you pull yourself up. This sharp piece of metal sticking out of you. This black fluid leaking all over the place. And as you start to move, you're so distracted by what's going on with your leg that you don't move fast enough as the floor starts to give out underneath you. And as the floor gives out, what we see below is just like all the rooms below you that have already collapsed. So you basically got like just a dark shaft. You can't even see the bottom of it, I don't think. That we just see you like it gives out, so it turns into like a slide, right? But you can't keep traction on it because you've only got 1 leg. So we see you just like start to fall and clawing at the floor to try to stop yourself from falling, but you just slide down it and into this hole, and we just get a last scream from Cassidy. As you fall into
Oh my
this,
god!
as you fall into this hole. The scream eventually is cut off by the sound of a sickening crunch as you hit whatever was below.
Nestle Crunch.
I hate you.
Way Watcher gives you all a
Cassidy's vitals terminated.
Oh, can I turn off that function?
does that make you all make another stress test the same as Enigma's did?
So
If Way Watchers does it, I think the scream did.
Yeah, the scream.
God, yeah.
Does Naela hear that?
Well, you're in an elevator shaft several stories below, underwater. Maybe.
Probably not. Well, but it's Leviathan.
Yeah,
hearing.
it's Levi, super animal hearing.
You just said you had me fall through several stories
Yeah.
too.
It would.
Oh yeah.
It would like
screaming the whole way.
The whole building made of metal. It might the vibration might travel enough. Here, I'll roll to see. I'll let you roll. I'll give you a -1 because you're so far away underwater and stuff. But Levi gives you a +1, so it would just be whatever the roll is you have.
For what? Is it
This would be like
unknown,
hearing-
violence?
Oh no, hearing first.
No, this is the
Oh,
hearing.
hearing.
This is hearing first to see if you could hear Cassidy's.
Yeah, this is the roll to see if you see the horrible thing that makes you do the thing.
Yeah.
Or in this case, hear it.
This is the one you want to fail.
Okay.
No,
Oh, good.
she knows nothing.
All right, you have no knowledge of what happened to Cassidy. Everyone else, however, who hears Way Watcher, I suppose it's time to make a helplessness roll again.
Yeah, helplessness.
We did 44 for Enigma. I feel like it's only fair we do the same for Cassidy. Oh my.
Hey.
Well, it is.
I don't.
It is
Okay, at least it's not double.
Check, but no, you only get the bonus when it's detached or broken, right? That's right.
Yeah, at least it's not double.
That was pretty surprising, though.
Yeah, that
dang
was
it.
pretty cool. Yeah. All right.
Okay, shaken it is.
You go down to
Oh,
shaken.
More than I thought.
So that gives you a -1 to all mental related, social,
Yeah.
and mental related stuff.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Okay. Dank. What do you do?
Yep.
Derrin too, I suppose, but you're kind of limited on what you could do, Derrin.
Hey, man. Find something to bite down on. I'm gonna cut through your ankle here.
The only thing around is metal, and I don't want my teeth broken.
You know what? Here, I have a bundle of rags in my pocket.
Oh, I hope this doesn't smell like chloroform.
It might. You'll be okay.
No, please, chloroform.
Chloroform.
I give him the bundle of rags to bite down on as I cut through the most mangled part of his ankle under the support beam. Slowly making sure
this
it
is gonna hurt.
cauterizes the wound.
Oh, wait. You'd have to make a violent check.
Not if he doesn't
Yeah.
do it.
For Darren, yes, he would. It's happening to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really argue that.
Yeah, I'm tempted to make you make a roll to like see if you can do it, Dank. Like cutting off your buddy's foot is kind of a big thing to do. Like it might cause some stress, right?
Could I just make it as a violence roll?
Yeah, for you it would be violence. Derrin, you're having violence inflicted upon you. I mean, even though he is trying to help you.
And this wouldn't be like a contested, like he has to beat my roll. It's just
No,
I'm
this-
trying not to fail.
You're trying not to fail against the DC that I'll set, and so is Derrin.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Oh, wait, fuck. I think I have... Oh, no, okay. I have a +1, -1. Okay.
I feel like this it'd be at least a 4 because like the only thing below that's a 3, but I feel like there could be something less intense than this. So it's got to be at least a 4d4. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's your DC, guys. It's a 10.
Oh,
A 10 from Derrin. Makes
Okay, so I'm
makes it
just
breaks it.
making a medical check then?
Well,
no, he's... Yeah.
this
I think he wants you to do a stress one.
yeah, stress test first.
Ah. Okay.
Because this is your friend.
Uh,
This is not some enemy you're butchering on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah,
And I don't think
Holy
there's,
cow, that's a lot of ones.
I don't think there's any. Okay, so it's okay. Like this doesn't break you because you haven't lost any steps in mind yet, right?
yeah,
So you just go down one mind step. It's stress. You're stressed, right?
right.
But other than that, you're fine.
Yeah, that doesn't do
It
anything.
doesn't affect you mechanically or anything.
Okay, and let's see how well I do in cutting off his foot. Hey, it's a success.
It's success. Could be better. Could be.
It's a fucking jagged line.
Could be a lot better. But the good news is that the sword basically cauterizes, right?
Yeah.
So you have that going for you. Okay. Now make a roll for debris.
Oh.
But his foot's still in the same spot, supporting everything. It wouldn't have moved anything.
But
Yeah, but the whole fucking
That's not-
the whole
that's-
building is crumbling
Yeah,
down.
This is just your obligatory turn has
Try
passed.
not to have stuff fall on you thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not because it's not specifically because you cut off his foot. No.
Okay. Dane just said protect me.
Holy
Hey.
shit. Okay.
Oh, I at least get through that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, +1 to whatever skill you use there.
It was already maxed.
All right. So you guys are fine for now.
I can put it in a
I mean,
thing for somebody else to have.
You're missing a foot, Derrin, but you are free.
Yeah.
You're
But
free.
that's
of
the
those.
second additional +1 to danger sense that I've got from a critical roll of 3. Somebody
Didn't
else.
you get it at the end of the last session?
Look at it this way. If you ever do get a critical fail on that, like it doesn't actually go down, right? Like
It does nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put these into like a banana or something and have somebody else in the party eat them so they can not be bad at situations like this.
That might be a really good idea, actually.
All right. Back to you, Naela.
All right.
Um,
Oh my fuck.
swim check, I guess. That's what we're gonna do, right?
Yep. What's my bonus?
Let's see. 1.
All right.
Success. Okay.
Barely.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be better. But there's debris falling down the water-filled elevator shaft as you're swimming back up. Maybe it's leftover stuff from when the cable snapped or other floors falling in. But you're able to avoid most of it. Before it would make contact with you as you're swimming your way back up the elevator shaft. About halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way, there's a very large jarring motion that shakes the whole shaft. As you feel like the whole shaft like lurch to one side. So now you're swimming up and like at an angle. But I think next turn you'd get to the top of the water where it was anyway.
If I survive.
Yeah. But you're good for now. You're still running out of air. There is that.
Yeah.
So there's still like a wild panic about the Leviathan as they are scrambling. They're running out of options, for sure.
Scrambling eggs.
Okay. Back to Dank and Derrin. You've got his foot off.
Yep.
You've avoided some more debris. What are you doing?
Fucking. How the hell are we gonna get out of this?
That is a good question.
All right, so just cut holes in the floor and slowly drop level by level. Well, not really slowly, just quickly, hoping that we can get further down enough to the point where it'll be stable, and then we can take some stairs or something.
So you're gonna try to carry him.
Yeah. Fireman's carry, get him on the back, get a cut a hole in the floor, see where it goes.
Can we, while you're doing that, actually, can I try and like do something with Waywatcher to like maybe take like a memory bank or something?
That is a good point.
You're wanting to just like grab like the hardware to take with you, like whatever you can get.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Cassidy's not here anymore, but this is like, it would be really good to have Waywatcher in some degree.
Yeah.
That, and he's still letting you know Naela is still alive. Barely, but alive.
In an elevator shaft.
Yeah. There is that. I mean, I think whatever you'd have to do to take Waywatcher would involve powering him down. Like you're gonna take a part out of him or something. You'd have to make a roll for that, which you probably could. So do that first. So if you got something to help you figure out which part of him you need, kind of thing. If you can just push like the eject button and grab the CD and go, or if it's gonna, you can grab like his core system. Or whatever.
Pull out his hard drive.
Yeah.
Right. Tech maintenance?
Sure.
But I have a -1 to everything.
Can I assist because I have mechanics?
Yes, but you can't do anything else.
Yeah, I think you should focus on the floor.
Okay.
I still have a +2. It should be okay.
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 I say that.
Did you just kill my baby?
I hope not.
Mutilated the poor boy.
All right. So you reach over to Waywatcher, who's like wedged really hard by this beam up against in the corner of like the wall and the floor, and is like being crushed. And you're trying to figure out how to grab this. Basically, its main drive, its core systems, to like take those out. And as you're like reaching around and grasping at it, it shifts the weight of this beam slightly, but it's the beam that's pressing up against it. And yeah, it just crushes it. Like a Coke can in a Coke can crusher, right? Like it just, there's just like a pressing, the lights go off immediately. Like the lights on Waywatcher just power down like immediately. There's a bunch of, there's the sound of like compressed air leaking. There's a bunch of like fluid, like oil and coolant, and stuff like that. Maybe even some like battery acid. As this thing is just crushed to pieces. There's bits of it that sort of like, because of the weight, right? It's like being crushed in a hydraulic press or whatever. Have you guys seen those YouTube videos? Like it's kind of unpredictable. Some of the stuff goes flying out in different directions. Some of the pieces of it. But it's full on crushed and destroyed. So
was my arm still in there? Also,
shit.
and that's the night the lights went out in Georgia.
When you ask, I gotta have you make a roll, I think, to see if it was. So, so make a roll. This would have something to do with dodging or like avoiding harm, maybe sleight of hand, something along those lines.
Come on, con man, you got this.
I'm not that kind of con man. I've got minuses to grappling, my dude.
Oh, fuck shit, man. No.
Like bad minuses. Okay, it's either a -2 or nothing.
Nothing. Do the nothing.
You can't
I don't see. I was about to say I don't see how else I could do something without it not conflicting with some of my memories.
-2 is the biggest penalty you can have, I think.
It is, yeah. Well, let's see if I have one dice. It's 25% chance. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
You just managed to snatch your hand back.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. There's this moment of like, it's probably not even intentional, but you just move it at the last second.
I probably got like zapped and like automatically like, oh, ow, oh.
Yeah. But yeah, you get your hand out of the way before it gets crushed. Okay. Dank is carrying you and looking at the floors, right, Dank?
That's right.
Okay. Make a roll. As where are you
I
heading?
was about to say, dang it.
Where are you going?
Place that seems the most structurally stable, whatever part of the floor has not shifted at all, despite everything else going to shit.
Okay, so you're not headed towards the elevator. You're just...
No, I'm gonna cut a hole in the floor. The elevator is a death trap. It is a tube that is moving, full of water.
Okay, so you're gonna carry him, cut a hole in the floor, and avoid debris falling on you.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll roll for debris again. This time you have a -1 because you're carrying Derrin.
Okay. Oh, no.
Is a major failure, Dank?
Influence.
Yikes.
You have influence? Okay.
I have one left after this.
Okay. Make another roll.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Savvy success. All right, so you don't get hurt. You cut your way into the story below you. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be kind of tricky. You're gonna have to like climb down because the floor is out in the room below. But if you can like hang on to the wall with one hand while you're carrying him, you might be able to skirt along the wall and get to a section of floor to the side once you get below. But yeah, you figure out a way to do that. I think you make a little bit of progress, like maybe even as much as like 2 to 3 floors if you want to go down that far. But the building is essentially coming apart. Like you can hear people screaming now as you're starting to get closer to them, to the people below.
Right.
And yeah, like while you get further, the damage is less and less. The problem is like the stuff collapsing above is like falling down in this section, and so it's making the structure weaker down here, which is causing more collapses. It might go on like this for a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So back with you, Naela. Levi decided to swim up and try to reach the surface. So here's what we see. Levi comes to where the surface was, but instead there is a bunch of debris. Where the tunnel has the shaft itself, when it lurched to one side like that, it pinched off, basically. It kind of caved in on itself at the top and is stuck at an angle. So there's nowhere to go there. So what Levi decides to do is to try to go back down to the previous level where there would be a door and try to wrench that open the same way you did the first one. Running low on oxygen. Now you'll officially get a penalty for that starting now. I'll give you a shot though to see if you can start making progress on the door. So same roll as before, melee, but you got a -1 now. Let's see what Levi's bonus gives you. 2. So you just have a +1 to whatever the roll is normally.
So originally it was 3, so it would go down to the 2.
Okay. Success. All right. Could be better, but it's still good. So you're making progress on the door itself. Again, this is you like hitting the door underwater now. Yeah, you're making progress on it. You don't wrench it all the way open yet. We'll give you another try to see if you can do that on the next go round. But it's starting to like warp just like the elevator did when you ripped your way into it. Dank and Derrin, what are we doing? Derrin, one step Derrin.
One foot Derrin.
And Dank. You just going to continue to try to carry him down?
Yeah, I mean, we're either going to mess up at some point or make it to the bottom safely.
Yeah.
Probably not that.
Do you guys remember how many stories up it was?
We were 36 stories up.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. So as you make your way down to the next section of few floors, the smoke gets thicker. This is where a lot of the fire is coming from, and it gets harder and harder to breathe. Still carrying him. There's some places you can kind of walk on the floor, and there's others where you have to more climb, where there's bits of the building that have come off, or just been crushed under debris and they're inaccessible.
Can I see the elevator shaft from where I'm currently at?
Make a roll.
Cool.
You've got a -1 because of all the smoke.
Okay.
I will say, Gerblin has to go soon for sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. You do see where the elevator shaft is. Yeah.
How far away is it?
enough for you to get there by the end of this turn with like the debris and stuff.
Alright, there's a lot of smoke. That means there's a fire around here somewhere. This elevator shaft is full of water.
It is.
I could cut a hole in it to unleash a flood of water into this area.
Yeah.
That
Possibly
might
stab.
save.
You could.
It
yeah.
might save or stab Naela.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. You run up to the elevator door.
Uh-huh.
You hear a pounding on the other side of the door.
You can see the door warping a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna knock back on the door with like the shave and a haircut knock. So you know the bup, 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 bup.
The pounding gets louder.
Get the fuck back.
It doesn't stop.
Oh.
This is an animal fighting for its life right now. It's about to suffocate. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna go for like.
We don't know if I don't think Dank ever saw Naela, so I don't think he knows she's in Synapse.
This is true. I know she jumped
You don't
down
even
the
know what
elevator.
Synapse is.
All I know is she jumped down the elevator, and Waywatcher didn't say that she died yet. So I'm a cut away from where the knocking is, like on the edge of where the elevator door is at, and just slowly go up and make like a slow arc around the far edges of the elevator door.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to make like it's like a weapon roll with the sword.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna need a savvy success or better to avoid hitting Naela.
Last influence point. We're probably all gonna die anyway, but I want to make it cooler than that. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Good lord.
all right.
Oh my fucking
Jesus
god!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It'd be just our luck for the water to come in and just wash us to our fucking deaths.
Yeah, I mean that would be kind of cool though.
Yeah. So you do this. The water floods into the room. And now you've all got to make, well, not you, Derrin, because you're not going to be able to catch yourself. You have 1 foot. I guess you could. You'll have a minus to the check because this is going to be like a strength athletics check. Basically, you are wounded.
How well can you cling
All
to
he
Dank?
has to do is hold on to me, and all I have to do is not fuck up.
You're going to have a -1 Dank because you're carrying Derrin. So there's that. If he's holding on to you.
Yeah.
And that's depending on how deep she's gone, that's a lot of fucking water.
Well, I think it was just 1 floor that we'd gone so far.
Naela, you still have the -1 because you're running out of oxygen. Like this is all happening before you can breathe. But as soon as this is over, if you're good, you probably will be. I think you out of all of them would be the most likely to be good. You'll be fine. The penalty will go away. And also not -1 because you're coming out of the water. You won't technically be underwater anymore. So let's see what your bonus is, Naela. From Levi, it's a 1, -1, so it'll be a straight roll. Dank, -1 from carrying Derrin. Derrin, you have minuses because of the wound. You're wounded.
And actually shaking gives a negative to all actions.
Oh, it's all actions. So you actually have a -2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Derrin. Okay. So, you cut a hole in the elevator shaft. Water comes pouring in. It knocks Derrin off of you. He can't hold on to you, Dank. And he gets washed away and out a hole in the building. I think we'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna roll on you for sure, Derrin. We'll see how bad it is. You're wounded already, right?
I'm actually just beaten.
Okay. Okay. Naela, you're mostly okay. You come. The water pulls you out of the elevator suddenly. Like we see, wild Leviathan seeing the light of the sword, pulls you out of the elevator into this sort of like wrecked hallway. But you don't land on anything that hurts you or anything like that. You do kind of land on Dank a little bit. But basically the two of you are fine. Dank more so. Maybe Naela lands like prone. Dank, you don't even get knocked down, perhaps, but Derrin just gets pulled off of you. Derrin, you go down one body step.
Okay, that's just to wounded.
That's lucky for you.
Yeah.
All right. So we see you get knocked off by this water rushing out of the elevator as it like empties all the water in the hallway, and you like land on something sharp that stabs into you.
Right into the foothold.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I get a new prosthetic.
I think it might be on your torso somewhere, most likely.
Yeah.
But it's not piercing your heart or anything, but it's serious.
Right.
Like you're gonna need medical attention like very soon.
It's gonna be a little hard to do.
So yeah, maybe like another piece of rebar
powers
or like sharp debris.
I land on Cassidy.
Cassidy.
No!
Yeah. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I mean it's just something sharp. It can be whatever you want. But it like goes
I
through
fell
your
in the building, so the likelihood that it's me is pretty low.
It could pierce you in like the collarbone, upper chest, or lower, like around the belly button area, but somewhere that's not for sure going to kill you.
Immediately life-threatening, yeah.
Yeah.
Right into the butt cheek.
That would be pretty bad.
It wouldn't be life-threatening, and it would hurt like hell.
Yep.
It's meant to be something that would for sure slow you down. I guess butt cheek would, but whatever. If you want to be butt cheek, you can be butt cheek. All right. So now Naela's joined the party, so to speak.
Hooray!
She's also feral. She like scrambles to her feet quick and looks over the two of you. And like we see her like sniff the air, almost like she's looking for the others. And yeah, what are you two doing?
I'm being in pain.
Yeah, you're impaled.
I'm going to go and pick him up
It
again.
failed.
Yeah, you're looking at a situation with Derrin now where you're gonna have to like pull him off something that's through his body right now. You can do it, but it's not gonna be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you fuck it up, you are going to cause him more damage.
Yeah. Okay, so this would be like a treat injury kind of thing, or like a physical thing, or
I think probably treat injury. First
okay.
aid, something like along those lines.
Yeah, to try not to murder me.
Yeah.
I do have a +3 to first aid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
God damn it!
Dude, you keep on getting critical successes today.
You keep getting it on your +3s.
Yeah.
That's why I'm upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to do it.
Like, I'm happy, but
That's another full page.
You're able to do it no problem. Like most people say, if you get stabbed with something, don't pull it out because it'll make it worse, right? It'll bleed and stuff. Whatever you do, somehow you're able to pull him off this thing is through without making him bleed more at all.
Does he coat it with some more WD-40?
Yeah.
Oh my
no, I don't want to be
God.
Cassidy.
Yeah, but you're able to like throw him over your shoulder,
Like a Continental Soldier.
One brain cell.
and continue on for the next round of debris hitting you, I guess.
The next round of bullshit.
All right, so the three of you will be rolling against debris again, I think.
I got one die again.
And I've got -1 because I'm carrying you.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Levi's bonus is
Fail.
all right, Derrin, hang on. 2.
Oh.
Naela fails.
Oh man, that was a lot of dice to fail.
Yeah. All right, Derrin. This is the end for you, I think.
I mean, yeah, probably.
You and Naela would, if you take any damage, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Naela are both gonna take a D4. Same damage. Ooh!
Oh shit.
Oh, so that's that just
Dank.
leaves you, Dank.
Wait, what happened?
Derrin. Okay, so here's what happens. As you like get Derrin over your shoulder, you turn back to look at Naela, who's looking at you with this wild fury in her eyes. As like you can tell, like she doesn't, like just by looking at her, you can tell like even in her wild state, she has no idea what to do. Like, do we climb out a window and try to climb down? Like, just pure panic in her eyes. And as soon as you like come to grips with that mentally, the floor just gives out from under all three of you, and we see you plummet. As you fall, you can't hang on to Derrin. Like something passing by, like a beam sticking out or something, hits Derrin off of you. Like you're holding on to him as you fall.
Right.
And something else hits him, and you feel him ripped from your grasp, and he's just like limp noodle somewhere. You probably can't even see where because you're tumbling. Yeah, there's you land on something kind of hard, but it buckles under your weight like a piece of tin roofing metal, kind of. And so it almost like it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, like crash padding almost.
Yeah.
It has that give to it.
I think at most I don't think you'd take really any damage. You get very lucky. You did roll a success here. However, it's after you land on your back, you're maybe kind of prone. You're almost like tucked in this tin metal cocoon. But you can look around. And as you like look around, you see Derrin land beside you, lands on his head, like with his feet straight up in the air. And there's this horrible,
like a full-on pain scorpion.
Yeah, there's this horrible, sickening, like cracking sound,
no.
like this cracking, like peeling sound, almost like if you were
hard-boiled egg.
If you were to split a stick down the middle and just like pull it apart, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, the snap, the crackle, and the pop.
And Naela lands somewhere nearby. She does land feet first, but her legs break off at the shin level, and she probably breaks her wrists and maybe her collarbone too as she lands. Her body instinctively tries to like land on her feet and roll, but the height is so great that without landing on something to break her fall, it doesn't really help her. There's a few moments where she's like, maybe a few seconds where she's like struggling to try to move and get back up, but her body is so broken that she can't. And she just probably bleeds out over the course of like 15 to 20 seconds. Luckily for Derrin, he's dead instantly. Yeah. And then we just see you, Dank, sitting in this madness. Looking up, you can see like an opening basically all the way to the sky. The rumbling in the top of the vault, not the sky. the rumbling of the building kind of stops as it's mostly settled at this point, and there you are, the unkillable murder hobo with all his friends dead.
Silas will pick you up in the next lapse or two.
I'm gonna haunt you.
Is not,
or at least my foot will.
Well, it's kind of my fault. Well, I am sad now. I'm gonna take out my bass guitar and play a song while everything crashes and burns around me.
We see you like take out your guitar. And then we get our trademark lens flare, and we're back at the room at the top of the tower. The door is just finished being cut open with the beam sword. And we zoom in on Derrin's face as like his pupils dilate, and he takes in a sharp breath, and then we cut to black. I think maybe that's the best way to end tonight's session.
Whew.
That was a session.
Oh, dude.
That was a good session. That was a good. I mean, it could have gone a little bit smoother here and there, maybe. But I think it was solid. It was fun, right? Like, that was a fun session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so much fun.
I just like how it's the two most physically active people that die last.
So, if you're watching and you're a little confused, basically,
Good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Basically, what's happened here is all of that was a premonition, essentially. So Derrin has this neat new ability called the Harbinger. It's a revelation, right?
Yeah.
And that can give you the ability to see the future and try to avoid it. And that was the future he saw as the bomb is about to go off. So we'll see next time if you guys can avoid that.
No, I'm gonna just jump out the fucking window. Peace.
You're still the Leviathan. You can't do shit.
30 some odd stories in the
How
air.
do you think I got here?
Big thing for players to keep in mind tonight. Any symptoms you developed, any memories you added to your sheet, they all get wiped away. Nothing you earned.
Thank God.
Nothing you earned in this episode stays, because we're resetting time back at right when the explosion happens, basically.
Also, like any influence you spent probably comes back.
That is true. Any points you spent to create memories, any influence points you spent, all of that comes back, and you guys all get your +1 for your memory points at the end of session, +1 to your influence points at the end of the session, and you get your points for following your beacon. So for Naela, for example, who was in Synapse basically the entire session, you definitely get to add that extra point for your Synapse. Anybody else who followed their beacon gets to do the same.
Using my Brightlander stuff.
That was really dope, guys.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, hopefully next time around we do better and don't die.
So, yeah,
Right.
hopefully, right. I think you guys would probably be okay. I mean, it was really hard to kill you, to be honest. Like, a lot harder than I thought it might be.
We're trying to die.
Yeah.
Trying to die by not.
Yeah.
I took a critical failure on purpose.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah, if that didn't confuse you people in the audience, then nothing did.
Yeah.
Like,
At least it was near the end.
I just kept getting, success after success, and then I finally fucking failed at the very end.
Like, I think I got 4 critical success
You
roll
did!
leads. Yeah.
The bad thing is
now
all of
none
that
of
luck
that
is
matters.
now all of that luck is now used up for nothing.
So give
Well, we have a
Wolfy
week
some
to
props
reset
for
it.
this. Wolfy wrote the idea out for this, and then like he wrote the memory for this. He basically had to write a memory for his Harbinger vision. And then I was like, all right, if we could put it in game format, this is how it would happen. But I was like, I'm gonna have you guys rolling for these things. So I knew that some things wouldn't work out like they were supposed to. So there were some things that got changed here and there, little details that got changed. Some people stayed alive longer than we thought they would, which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah, I was pretty sure as well.
So there was a little bit of improv in there, but it was fun. It was a fun session. I liked it.
Yes, it was fun to make stupid decisions on purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
What's really funny is I think it was like right after I died, or right before it. By the time I figured it out, it didn't matter. I realized that Cassidy had an evasion skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
well, now we know for the real world.
Yeah, now you'll know for next time. The question's gonna be, can you avoid this outcome, or at least the majority of them? I mean, Dank's outcome wasn't so bad. Let's be honest.
I have memories to make.
Listen, my memory points are fucking full. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Points to make memories. I have all my influence back.
Yeah.
Now that we have an idea of what's going to happen, it's going to be even better. Well, now that I have an idea, and I'm going to have to be able to tell them.
I've known since the beginning that Dank was unkillable. I've always said that. And I literally just dropped a building on the guy and couldn't kill him. So I don't know what more I can possibly do.
I told you, man. Boxcar Joe, the magic hobo. Never fucking dies. He's been in over 40 different campaigns all across like 30 years of actual gameplay, and he has never died.
Yeah.
I loved Naela's response to the scream because she didn't hear us like searching for a scream and setting up.
Yeah, I didn't do the scream all the way right. I meant to do like a fade with it, and I forgot to do the fade because pressure.
It sounded fine.
It sounded great. Naela's response was so beautiful.
I am just surprised there wasn't the crunch at the end.
Yeah. I don't really have a good bone crunch sound. I need to get one.
Hopefully we won't need it again.
But thank you all for playing. You guys were all awesome. I'll do the shout outs really quick. I know some of you guys got to go. You got to get up early tomorrow, just like I do. So let me pull that up and do that. Pleasure playing with you guys like always. If you guys are watching, all these links are in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're here on Twitch with us, I'll link them in the chat. Gerblin, who played Enigma for you tonight, has a Twitter. It's twitter.com/sketchingspace. Did you put some new art up tonight, Gerblin?
I put some thematically appropriate art up for this episode in particular. I did indeed.
Good. I see. Okay, I see it. Okay, let me go ahead and give that a like and a quote tweet. It looks good. You got a watermark there and everything.
Amazing.
That's tight. That's tight.
Hell yeah.
That's tight. Cool. I'm glad that we got to give you the death we wanted.
I know. I'm like, was mine the only death that went according to plan?
Yeah, like
Maury's did eventually.
Later,
oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. Maurice did eventually. Yeah, it was late. I remember when I
felt bad the way I had to like skirt yours in though.
You know, that's fine. I also very much lied when I said I was out of influence points just for the drama.
Oh, okay. Hey, right on.
I was sitting here panicking.
I could have changed that, but I decided not to.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. Well, check out twitter.com/sketchingspace. You can see this awesome artwork. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save this, but it's got the watermark on it. So what I need you to do, Gerblin, is send a PDF of the original. I can show it. So I can show it on stream, maybe. I don't know if you want to do that. You don't have to do that.
Hold please.
I'd like to use it for a thumbnail, maybe. might be cool.
I can send you the non-watermark version.
You don't have to do that. That's only if you want to. Also, if you like the art for Cassidy Williams, who fell to her death tonight, you can check out tiktok.com/@Ayatakuhime. Here is the link here. Dank, our sole survivor, needs, see, the reason he's able to do that is because he's fueled up on coffee and NOS and other rocket fuels. So if you head to buymeacoffee.com/brokendank, you can make sure you keep him fueled up so he can be the unkillable murder hobo we all know him to be. We appreciate it. Man, I can't believe you're so unkillable. It's crazy. So
yeah, I mean, like, I actually had like 4 more influence points I could have used, but
Dear God.
you're the most broken character on Broken.
I told you, man. Like, if I would have been the Greenlander, I probably would have died.
No, I'll be regretting that decision then, I guess.
Also, fair warning, that image is fucking giant.
Oh, awesome. Right on. Let me save. Desktop. And of course, our Discord is public now. You can jump in. You can see the chaos memes, which I still have to catch up on. I mean, I was watching them in the first part of stream, but I couldn't keep paying attention. There's so much going on. But I know they're awesome. The memes and the chaos are always fantastic. They're on point there. Let me show you this Enigma picture really quick. It's a giant image, you said, so this will be interesting how it pulls up on screen. It'll probably take
it's
gonna be like a
like
pixel.
3,000 by 2,000 something.
Yeah.
It large. It very large.
It is, yeah. It's like zoomed on the eyes. So let me shrink it down a bit here. So here is the art. It's good art. It's good art. So check out Sketching Space on Twitter. Do it. All right. Well, pleasure playing with you guys as always. Can't wait to play next week. Up next on the schedule, we got Unknown New Orleans Friday. We got more Forest of Flesh Monday. And we got Broken Wednesday. I think next week we're off of Masks and Unknown New Orleans. So that's the schedule. Everybody have a great week and a great night. Love you guys. See you next time.
Yeah.
Do we have any? And remember, don't let someone cut off your foot with a plasma sword when it's pinned under a structural brace.
I mean, that part
remember, don't drill a hole in your head.
Yeah.
And remember, doors exist for a reason.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.